So I am done. Everything's unraveling. I can't keep up with my mortgage. I'm no longer able to afford my car payment. I'm behind on my credit card payments. I can't feed my family. My income has not gone up in more than 2 years, and it's all just too much. I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. That is the comment that I received from a community member about a week ago. And I just want to preface this by saying that this person and their family, they're doing a lot better now. But here's why. They took the time. They took the time to learn what they could do. They took the time to reach out and get some help. Ask for help rather than going away from it. And we see this all the time. I see this all the time when it comes to people that are lower income earners, that they haven't had the financial education. But here's what's going on. And this isn't financial advice because everybody's situation is different, but what this person has done, it worked for them and their family. Now, let's talk about it. So if you can't keep up with your mortgage or your rent, what do? Well, the first thing you should do is talk to your lender or talk to your landlord. Simply explain the situation. Maybe there's a local program that you could get into where they will help you make some of your payments. Maybe your landlord will be sympathetic with your situation, and if you're just open and honest with them, they may be able to cut you a deal. So just running away from a bill is not the answer. Even though it seems like the easiest solution is just to walk away. Don't address the problem. That is not a solution. That will not work. Things will just get worse. If you can't afford your car payment, this is exactly what this person has done. This is something that I've done in the past as well. Not because I couldn't afford my payment, but my payment was just too much. And so what do? I got a less expensive car. I sold the vehicle that I used to have that had a higher car payment. I paid off the loan, and I took the money that I still held on to, right, outside the loan. I took that money and I bought something outright. I did not want another loan. Even if the car was not as good, even if it was not as new, even if it wasn't as fast, as flashy, whatever, it didn't matter. Because just by getting rid of the car payment, took a lot of stress off of myself. And it did the same thing for this person as well. So, if you have a car payment and you don't need that particular car, see if there's a way you can get a cheaper car, sell the one you currently have, and pay it off. Use the excess money to buy something different. It's a great way to kind of work the system. Now, what if you're behind on credit card payments? What do? Because I see this all the time. Well, here's something that a lot of people have resorted to. They are now just not paying their credit card bills. They're just not going to pay them because they know they're already being negatively impacted because of their credit score. So they're just not going to pay them. Eventually, they will probably go to collection. Is that the best thing to do? No, absolutely not. But it's an option. What you should do is you should work with your credit card companies. Credit card companies will work with you. They will work with you. Sometimes they'll allow you to pay less. Sometimes they'll give you a few months where you just make an interest-only payment, so you're not actually making a payment to the principal. Now your balance won't be paid down, but you will at least be able to take your principal amount that you're not paying and use it for other things, right? Like putting food on the table, keeping a roof over your head, medications, things like that. So that's an option. Another thing you can do is ask your credit card company if you can just skip a couple payments. I've done this in the past, right? This was before the whole pandemic, where I just thought, you know what? I could probably use this money for something else. And I did. And it worked, right? I didn't get hit with a negative mark on my credit score. It worked just fine. And in rare instances, sometimes a credit card company will simply cancel your debt entirely. But again, work with your creditor. See what they can do. The next thing that a lot of people, I think, don't realize is that, again, there's a lot of options out there for you. There's a lot of things you can do to try to get a little bit more or get ahead. Okay? So if you are struggling to feed your family, go to a food bank. Go to a food bank and see if they have any food. Ask local churches if they are able to support in some way. Even go to a grocery store. This is something that I talked about, I think last summer. I told you guys that you can go into a grocery store at the end of their day and end of business, and you can ask them, is there anything that you are going to be throwing out just because it hasn't sold? And see what they have. Could be bread, could be chips, could be juices, could be a lot of these different things. So if a grocery store isn't selling a product because it's past its expiration date, they have to discard of it. Well, how they discard of it? Well, you can help with that. So for this person to say that she's done, right? It's all just been too much. I get it. It's been a very tough past 2+ years. Honestly, I don't know if things are going to get a whole lot better in the short term, but long term, yes, things are going to get better. So, if you think that there's no other option, you just have to throw in the towel, it's not going to work. Things will get better. They eventually will. All right? I will be here every step of the way. I will fill you in on all the latest news and updates. Make sure you do 2 things. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you do those 2 things. And I will be here to fill you in. So again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Consider subscribing. And I'll see you guys on the next one.